Hey Patchy. Okay, we're going to show you how to run the electric motor. Really simple. Okay, a couple of things. Once you get it to the boat, you're going to have to tighten it to the boat. And they got these big screws here on the bottom. You'll know what to do. Tighten that to the boat nice and firm. If the other motor is on, put it to this side of the motor, like the far side, so you can get your hand nice and comfortable. Now, you can change the elevation of the motor. There's a little screw down here at the bottom. The light goes off and on in here. So you can loosen that up and you can raise and lower the height of this if you want. Whatever is comfortable for you when you're doing it. Just make sure the prop is underwater. Okay, so otherwise you've defeated the purpose. Now, when you come into shore, there's a little tab here right at the bottom. Little curved tab, you press it towards the post, and then you can raise and lower the motor. So when you come into the shallows, if you come into the shallows, then you raise your motor up so you're not hitting the prop on the bottom, and then you can lock it in different positions. If you want, but for the most part, it'll just be straight up and down, and then you raise and lower that as you need it. Now, this has a cord to it, obviously, and it's got two different size cord ends on there. When you look at the corresponding plug, there's different size. So you just got to line them up and a little quarter turn. That's it, little doot, and you're done. They're connected. Now at the other end are color-coded connections, wires. Now, pretty simple. Red is for the red terminal, black is for the black terminal. Now for the red terminal, you're going to go to the post because it doesn't fit on the wing nut one. So you screw that down. I'll leave you a little wrench, you can tighten it down. And then with the black one, you can go onto the top terminal where the wing nut is. Get the light to come back on again, there we go. And just tighten that down, okay? And you want a nice snug fit. There, nice and snug, and then you want that nice and snug. Now you want the battery to be more towards the front of the boat, so it's not under your feet and where the water sometimes pools in the back. So keep it away from you so you're not tripping on it, and you won't have any problems. Now, tip, when you connect the battery, make sure the motor is off. Or it could be, if you're in shallow water, it could be grinding on the bottom. So make sure it's off before you connect these terminals. So now the terminals are connected, the motor's running. Here, I'll just bring it down here. There's the motor is running. Very quiet. That's forward, goes the middle is off, and then that's backwards. Pretty simple stuff. And that's it for for how to use it. So again, get it to the right height, make sure the prop's underwater, red to red, black to black, nice and tight. You're off to the races. If you have any problems, just double check your connection, make sure that's nice and tight. And that's as much as you need to know about this trolling motor, and it's as simple as that. So, oh yeah, I gotta loosen that off so you can move it back and forth. Okay, and then that's totally up to you how firm you want that. But the charge on this should last you about, depending on usage, if you're going full blast for the full, it may last you up to 2 to 3 hours depending on how much you use it. But again, if the other motor is working, just use this, put this in the boat as a backup in case the other motor conks out, and then you should be good to go. Now, when you come in after you've been out, if you've been using this a lot during the day, let's say you go out for 3 hours, and you've been using the motor, you need to recharge it because this motor does not recharge the battery automatically. So we take off these leads. Always put the screw back on after. Take off these leads from the motor. goes off. Now, what I'm going to leave up there is my battery charger, okay? And this is so simple to use. So again, you want to take the battery out. You want to probably put it on the deck by the beer cooler. It should be charging on wood. And if it's raining, take it to the shed and just charge it in there. Or on the back deck, you know, where they have the plug by the pop can there. So again, really simple. Here, I'll put the wing nut back on. Let me plug, I'll connect the connections first. Again, just like the other one, red to red, just on top of the terminal, black to black, on top of the terminal. And that's all you need to do. Now I'm going to plug it in. I'm going to show you what it does when I plug it in. Here, I'll just kind of hold it. Oh, maybe I can, maybe I can't. Now watch, the lights will come on and it'll sense that it's 12 volt, and that's all you need to do. The battery charger senses it. Now it's going to go up and see how charged the battery is. It'll probably end up, it's probably in around the 100% range because I haven't used it for a while. But that's all you need to do, and just let it charge overnight. It'll tell you the charge. This takes a while for it to read it. It'll tell you the charge. If it's 100%, obviously you're good to go. Even at 75, you'll have enough power to run you around the lake. So if you've been using it for a while, use the charger. And again, just leave it on the deck overnight with these two terminals on it. And you're good to go. And that's about as simple as it is. Again, if you have any questions, you can just call me in that. And we can walk you through it. But pretty simple, red to red, black to black on both situations, and you should be good to go. Okay, see you later.